Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Today we're going to be going over homophones to start with, and then going over our skill, cause, and effect. Okay, and also looking into our book just to see which types of words are going to be a little bit challenging in the next section. Okay, so the very first thing I want to show you is I want to show you this sentence, and I want you to be able to tell me if I'm using the right there. But before we do that, I want you to first tell me, I'm first going to go over what a homophone is and the difference between there and there. Okay? So, a homophone. A homophone has the same sound, but different spelling and different meanings. As you can see, this week we're focusing on there and there. T-H-E-R-E stands for a location. Okay? The proof for that is here. So if you replace there for here, and if it makes sense, then you have the right there. Okay? This there, T-H-E-I-R, stands for ownership. It's our, like a group of people, right? That proof for there is our. So if you replace there for our, and it makes sense, then you have the right there. Okay, so let me show you a sentence. Angie found her book over there. Okay? Well, Ms. Rubio, you just told me this there stands for location. The proof of this is here. So if I write here over it and read it along in the sentence, Angie found her book over here. Does that make sense? Yeah. Better than if I would put Angie found her book over our. Now, would that make sense? No, it would not. Okay, let's look at a different sentence. Okay, let's look at this bottom sentence. Tony realized it was their basketball, so he gave it back. Okay, now remember, looking into the theirs. There, T-H-E-R-E is standing for here, location, if I replace it with that. There, T-H-E-I-R, it stands for ownership. So let's go see if I can replace our with that and it can make sense. So let's go replace it with our. Okay. Tony realized it was our basketball, so he gave it back. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. If I would put here in there, Tony realized it was here basketball. Does that make sense? Nope, that does not make sense. So here's just an example of using the right there. Okay? I like to use the proofs because they help me remember what each word means. Okay? So remember to keep this in mind. We'll go over a couple more tomorrow, and then you'll have an assignment on choosing the correct there or there. Okay? Now let's go back to our book. So in our book, yesterday you were supposed to read pages 8 through 11. After you were done reading page 8 through 11, you were asked to go find the effect of a cause that I gave you. Before we go look at that, let's take a look at what cause and effect is and what it means, and a couple of examples. Okay, so here we have cause. Remember, cause is your why. Oh, I'm cut off. Remember, cause is your why. The reason why something is happening. Okay, the effect is the what, so the result that happened. Okay, so then we have the example of the rain. The reason why in your example I'm using because it helps me remember. Because of this, this happened. So because of this, this happened. So let me give you one that's actually a personal one. Because Miss Rubio fell off a little scooter, comma, she never wants to get on a scooter again. That's true, I really don't. But there's the cause and there's the effect. Because I rode on a scooter and I fell, I don't want to ride on one again. Right? Now, there could be different causes for that. It could be because Miss Rubio fell on a scooter, because Miss Rubio got on a scooter. And so there's different causes and different effects and different reasons, right? So let's go look at the examples that we've done so far. Okay? Our first one, I'm going to add the because for you. Yesterday, you had to do because the average summer temperatures remains above freezing. So I asked you to go look at page 6. So let's go read the bottom of page 6. Okay, so here I have, during this season, the average temperature remains above freezing. And this season, they're talking about the summer. Okay, so that's where I got that from. So it says, right after that paragraph, it's telling us what happens during this season. Okay, The snow has a chance to melt, and low-growing plants such as mosses, lichens, grasses, and small scrubs grow. Millions of insects hatch and fill the air, grounds, and pools of water. Okay, the abundance of insects attracts huge numbers of birds that migrate to the tundra and make it to their summer homes. Even mammals that migrate south to escape the harsh winters return to the tundra to feed each summer. Okay, so here are the different things. There's many things you could have written, okay? So if you did this assignment and your answer is slightly different than mine, it's okay. So I'm going to put all the different effects. Remember at the beginning I told you that a cause can have more than one effect. Now this one has way more than 2, 3 effects, okay? So I'm going to put the ones that I found that you could have possibly had for your answer. So I put, because the average summer temperatures remains above freezing, snow melts, plants grow, insects hatch, birds and other mammals migrate here. So if you had any one of those effects, so whether if you just put snow melts, or if you put plants grow, or insects hatch, birds and other mammals live there, if you put one of those, then you're correct. Okay, you don't have to have all of them. As long as you have 1 or 2 of them, then you're fine. Okay, I wanted to look at another example for today. We're going to look at page 9. Okay, so page 9 is a page that you should have already read. I wanted to look at the very first sentence. I want to make this one of my causes. I want to find out the effect. Okay, so polar bear's fur is waterproof. So I'm going to go write that in my cause. Okay, so I typed it into the cause box. The reasons why, right? The cause is the why. So because polar bears have waterproof fur, I want you to tell me what the results are. So they have waterproof fur. Okay, so now what happens? What's the result of that? Okay, always remember to go back and look at the anchor charts to help you remember what cause stands for and what effect stands for. Okay, your assignment today is to read page 12 through 15. And 12 through 15 is talking about shrinking ice. Okay, so let's go look at some words that can be kind of challenging as we read. Okay, the first one I want to look at is pollutants. That's just like the dirt or that's in the air that's affecting the air quality. Okay, remember this section is about shrinking ice. So it's going to be talking about the different reasons why ice is shrinking. So just by reading this word, I can kind of get an idea of why, right? Okay, I didn't find any on here. Oh, this one, let's go over this one. This is oxygen. Oxygen. Okay. Oops, oxygen. Okay, this one we have calculated. So you have I took out the L. Lated. Okay, so calculated. Warming, scientists who track the effects of global warming have calculated that the ice pack is melting at a rate that is 1.5 to 2 weeks faster than 20 years ago. Okay, so the ice is shrinking, so the ice is what? Melting. Okay, here I have released. Okay, now a couple weeks back we talked about the ending ED. Okay, the different sounds it has. They are then released so they can hunt and restore their body fat. Okay, oh, there's a there that we talked about too. Released. Okay, so please make sure you read pages 12 through 15. Then I want you to go and answer this effect on your assignment. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!